Oh, next time, please be a good one. Who is it? Wait, Superman? Wait a minute. Is this...
Ready for a rematch?
Round 2! General. Oh. They are bringing the Blue House to the same. Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's that time again, time for another Death Battle! I've always wanted to do my intro like that, don't know why I haven't so far. Anyway, we have Goku vs Superman 2, the Rematch of Legends. Now before I play my reaction, or start watching it actually I should say, click the link in the description below, go watch the actual episode if you haven't already for whatever reason, then come back to watch my reaction. Okay? Good. Also, I'm going to be talking a lot because I happen to know at least one of these characters extremely well. So, if you really just want to see my reaction, I'll put the time on screen if you want to skip ahead just to watch my reaction to the full episode. I completely understand, but if you just stick around, I appreciate it. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, now then. I said in a couple of my videos, I know who I'm going to be rooting for in this fight. My mind has not changed on that. I am hands down rooting for Goku. Main reason why? He is one of my favourite characters across all of fiction. And you see, back when I was just a wee little lad, me and my older brother, we would get home from school, turn on the TV, and the first thing we would watch was Dragon Ball Z. And it was awesome. Just watching that with my older brother, it's like learning about all the characters. Yeah. I shouldn't focus too much on what that was like. I should focus just on the Death Battle. Anyway. So, I want Goku to win, and I also think he can win as well. Because, from what I've observed in Battle of Gods, Super Saiyan God is pretty powerful. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen Battle of Gods yet. So, Goku fights Beerus on King Kai's planet as a Super Saiyan 3, and at that point in the series, well, we all know Super Saiyan 3 is pretty powerful itself. Beerus takes him out with 2 hits. That's all it took. 2. And during that fight, Goku punched a hole through King Kai's planet. Yeah, that happened. And then when he was a Super Saiyan God, he was able to go toe-to-toe with Beerus when he was using nearly 70% of his full power. Although, the line might have been different in the Japanese version, I'm not too sure. Anyway. I like to say I know a fair bit about Superman, mainly from the last Death Battle, but from what I've at least observed, they're using the new 52 Superman, which I honestly like the idea because in the last video they said, like, since he's been retconned and rebuilt, they'll be evaluating the modern Superman. And since that's the new 52, well, since new 52 is the modern era for DC, then yeah, I respect that. It's staying true to the rules they set themselves before. Nice one, Screw Attack. Nice. So there's one thing in particular that I've been told about the new 52 Superman. Keep in mind, I'm not 100% sure if this is true. I've tried to look this up, but I found nothing on it. But how I get some info for comic book characters when they're in a death battle, if I don't know them too well, or just to find out a few things I might not know, as it turns out, I take a trip down to my local comic book store, and I just speak to the guys, and I'm like, hey, do you know anything about this particular character, whether he or she would do, like, well in a fight against this person? Yeah, just that sort of thing. I don't ask in that way, by the way. That'd be weird. And two guys in particular told me the same thing. Like, one is more of a Superman fan, and the other is more of a Goku fan. But they told me this exact same thing. And again, I'm not sure if this is true. I've tried to look this up, but I found nothing. So if it isn't true, I will march down there next time I'm able to, look them in the face, and go, "You liar!" But if it turns out to be true, I'll just say, "Nice one." And I'll also see how they feel about the result as well. They both told me that in this incarnation, if Superman were to fly into or get propelled into the sun, his body would absorb like too much solar power and it would kill him. Again, I'm not sure if that's true. I tried looking it up. I found nothing. But these guys know a lot about comics and stuff, so I at least have to take their word for it on some level. Anyway, I mean, especially since one of them is more of a Superman fan. Anyway, should stop talking about that. Yeah, so that does give me slight hope for Goku, at least based on what happened in their fight last time. But there's one other thing I know about Superman that I think could help Goku, but could also screw him over. Now, Superman has this new power called Super Flare. Well, not new, but Super Flare. I've heard some people call it Solar Flare, but I'm not sure. Now, what this does is he pretty much turns his heat vision into a massive explosion. It releases like all his solar energy at once. Downside is, at least I've heard, it turns him human for like a day. So if Goku's able to avoid it by instant transmission, or create an energy barrier around himself to block it, or even if he's just able to tank it, then I I just think he'll win if that happens. But as much as I want Goku to win, I have been trying to mentally prepare myself for Superman to win, just in case. Because I thought Goku was going to win last time, but then again, that may have just been my bias towards Goku rather than Superman, and again, it might be the same thing now. But, anyway. I will say this, though. I think we can all agree, no matter who wins this fight is going to be insane. Huh? Huh? No? I'm not as good at puns as Boomstick or Barbara from Rooster Teeth, okay? Alright, let's just watch this. Play. I want to start! Don't be a douche! There we go.
Superman. Titans of power, champions of unimaginable might.
Oh, yeah.
Endlessly requested to fight each other. Again. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Come on, Goku. I like the music for this. I still love that name, it's just some random guy. Goku vs. Superman 2.
Created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, Superman entered the world on the cover of Action Comics #1 in 1938. He was the first, and his success paved the way for the superhero genre. The Man of Steel is righteous, courageous, selfless, a perfect Boy Scout. Very inspirational, but man, does it get boring sometimes. Siegel and Shuster were the sons of Jewish American immigrants, and knew firsthand what it was like living in a world where they felt alien. Thus, this became the basis of Superman's story. You know how it goes. His scientist dad found out his homeworld Krypton was getting a bit too explosive and sent his son off to Earth to save him. On Earth, Superman's Kryptonian cells can absorb solar radiation from the yellow sun, giving him awesome strength, speed, durability, flight, and the power to shoot heat from his eyes, which can be large enough to vaporize a planet or precise enough to perform lobotomies.
I don't remember that.
Superman was so powerful he could carry entire solar systems on his back, or obliterate them with a sneeze. But over 75 years, Superman has changed quite a bit, including going through 2 separate reboots, which we will be focusing on today. These reboots lessened his insane power, not exactly by altering his abilities, but by changing his outlook. Upon discovering his alien powers, the new Superman rejected them, unintentionally instilling mental barriers on his powers, which he would work to unlock through the rest of his life.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of like when you drink too much and don't remember the night before, so you gotta spend all day figuring out how you got yourself a dozen kangaroos and married a lamb. Don't ask. And then, in
I won't ask them, so don't worry.
1996, the world changed. Dragon Ball Z came to America.
Oh, I see what they're doing now.
Dragon Ball Z. 12 years prior, a mangaka, or author of Japanese comics, named Akira Toriyama introduced Dragon Ball, the story of Son Goku and his quest to become the greatest martial artist in the world, nay, the universe.
Hell
Like
yeah.
Superman, Goku was also sent to Earth from a doomed planet and possessed incredible powers, but that's pretty much where their similarities end. Goku was primarily inspired by the Monkey King's son Wukong from the Chinese novel Journey to the West. If you have any interest in Asian culture, I highly recommend reading it. It's inspired far more than just Dragon Ball. Throw stone at a shelf of anime,
it has.
and odds are it hit something inspired by Journey to the West. Anyway, Toriyama was smart and knew that fighting is awesome, so Dragon Ball took off like a rocket. Sooner than you can say power levels are bullshit, Dragon Ball became a hit anime and then came to America, literally making its own journey to the West. And forever changing the childhoods of many.
Changed
Dragon
mine.
Ball Z became the gateway anime to many Westerners. However, since prior anime had very little success overseas due to the differences between Japanese and American cultures, the companies responsible for importing DBZ understandably feared Goku's character might seem a bit selfish and heartless to a Western audience. Their solution? Turn Goku into Superman. This decision resulted in some strange mistranslations, such as labeling Goku's father as a brilliant scientist.
What?
Yeah, I don't see it. As well as perhaps
I
Goku's
never got
most
that.
famous line, which many argue actually conflicts with his true character. I am the hope of the universe. I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth. Ally to good, nightmare to you. And this is where it all began. The nerd debates, the internet wars, East versus West, which hometown hero would triumph in a brutal fight to the end. In 2002, Wizards Magazine delivered an answer.
Oh.
They deduced Goku would win, stating that
Hey.
Superman would die to a fall from the moon to the Earth. A decade later, the website Outskirts Battledome launched, dedicated to answering versus matches. This time, Superman claimed victory. However, the chaotic debate careened out of control and eventually became banned forever. The arguments only grew. The internet needed a solid answer. That's
They're never
where
gonna
we
get
came
one.
in.
Oh, they're playing this again. And kaboom.
However, since January 2012, Goku and Superman have continued their adventures.
Yeah, they have.
Superman gained an all-new ability called the Super Flare.
Yeah, I was right,
Jettisons
Super
all
Flare.
the solar energy stored in his body, essentially turning him into a solar bomb. However, it leaves him completely drained of his powers for the next 24 hours.
Yes, I was right.
As such, he will only use the Super Flare as an ultimate last resort.
Huh.
Goku attained a new legendary form called Super Saiyan God. Despite being a temporary boost, Goku's body absorbed the godly power, essentially making it his new base form. Then, after mixing its power with his Super Saiyan ability, he became a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan! Oh, come on! There had to have been a better name.
Yeah, that's
Super
what I'm
Saiyan,
thinking.
Master Saiyan, Super Ultra Combo, and Prime Saiyan, anything but that mouthful. These new powers have naturally rekindled the ultimate debate. Is this godly
Yeah.
Goku powerful enough to defeat Superman?
I hope
or will
so.
this just be a repeat of the past? Well, let's end this debate once and for all. It's time for the rematch of Legends. It's time for a death battle!
Come on, Goku. Oh yeah, so in my previous video I mentioned that would be Tony Stark does this, but I was wrong. Apparently Shenron can read minds. Surprise!
Hey, Superman!
Son Goku, I've been expecting.
Come on, Goku.
Ready for a rematch?
Oh, damn. This animation is awesome. Sorry you did that. Oh, God.
This stops
It won't, Superman. I think we all know that.
I'm impressed. I actually felt that.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Neither have you. With every step, an earthquake. With every breath, I could create a hurricane. This is my burden. Be thankful it is not yours.
Don't get ahead of yourself, buddy. You're not the only one with that kind of power.
Come on, let this be enough.
Blue hair? I've seen worse.
Superman just sounds like an arrogant bastard. Come on, Goku. I believe in you, buddy. Oh, Jesus.
Out of my way. Take this.
Whoa. I thought I used the symbols.
Can't you? You're too strong for your own good. Out of my way.
Ooh. She said.
Stops here.
Oh.
All right. Have you had your fun? I would prefer we don't accidentally destroy the Earth a second time.
No, I will never back down from a fight. Ah, me! Ah, me!
Green is easily. Oh, never mind. Uh
I will beat you!
oh.
Stop it! This is over! I'm sorry.
Ah.
I
Okay.
believe this is the part where I say, I told you so. But King Kai, I don't understand.
Wait.
You can't beat him. Sure I can. I'll just train harder than ever. No, Goku. You can overcome any limit put in front of you, but his power has no limit. Even if you somehow found the power to surpass him, you wouldn't have anything left to aspire to. Do you truly want that? Nah, sounds boring. Oops. King Kai, do you have anything to eat? Goku, I'm trying to be serious here. What? My stomach has limits too, you know.
KO! Whoa! Torches and pitchforks down. Before you start raging, please hear us out on this one, alright? Goku is incredibly powerful, a skilled warrior, and a great character. But Superman is on a completely different level, one which really doesn't belong in versus matches like these. Sure, due to the writing style of Dragon Ball, Super Saiyan God Goku's exact limits are difficult to pinpoint. Also, Goku will likely achieve a new form in the future. It's just how Dragon Ball works nowadays.
Yeah.
However, none of that is really a factor. Goku will always have limits, while Superman's maximum potential is limitless. Don't believe us? Well, strap in, boys and girls. Let's look at how Superman breaks reality. One day, Superman was hanging out near Vega, the brightest star in the Lyra constellation. For the record, that's 25 light years from Earth, or 147 trillion miles. Naturally, a crisis occurred on Earth, so Superman's photographer
And he
buddy
zoomed
Jimmy
there in a
activated
second.
his signal watch, calling for Superman's aid. And Superman arrived in a matter of minutes.
Oh,
Being
that.
a comic book, the time Superman took getting to Earth is unspecified. However, the comic never mentioned or implied any large time lapse, and he arrived as the battle was ending. Even if we seriously lowballed this feat to taking 10 minutes, Superman would be traveling over 800 trillion miles per hour, over 1 million times the speed of light. But more impressively, Jimmy's signal watch operates by emitting a high-frequency sound only Superman can hear. Which means Superman heard the signal in the vacuum of space 25 light years away. That is physically impossible. Except for Superman. You aren't impossible? How about the time he lifted Spectre off the ground? A guy literally made up of eternity. No, not insane enough for you? Well then, how about the time Superman lifted a book of infinite pages? That's right, Superman lifted both eternity and infinity. Though he did have some help from Wonder Woman and Shazam. Hey Wiz,
Yeah.
what's half of infinity? Infinity.
True.
Regardless, they have limits in their own strength. So while they were lifting a specific set part for each load, Superman was lifting everything else, which literally means everything else. Really, Wonder Woman and Shazam didn't even need to be there. Superman's held a black hole, survived an explosion equal to 50 supernovas, flew through the center of a red sun, which is like tanking millions of nukes rapid fire, and once easily absorbed enough solar energy to vaporize half a galaxy. And to put an end to the Wizards magazine argument, here he is getting thrown from orbit into Earth with enough force to devastate the planet and cause nuclear winter. Oh look, he stood up moments later, more pissed off than hurt. Oh, and by the way, none of this was pre-crisis. Believe us, we know none of this makes any logical sense. And hey, it's not our fault. These writers just keep making Superman the most impossibly OP guy ever. That's kind of what he's all about. Exactly. Superman isn't just a sketch on paper. He's an ideal. Superman and Goku are more than just characters. They inspire. They show us the best of what we can become. This is why people get so passionate about this debate. Goku's the epitome of a self-made man in spirit and personal goals. He inspires people to work hard to achieve dreams. To many, Goku is proof that there is no struggle that cannot be overcome. And the world of Dragon Ball fits this mold. Every obstacle Goku faces in Dragon Ball has a limit he can overtake. Even those called gods in his universe can be defeated and surpassed. And that is where Superman breaks this matchup. His world just doesn't fit the same mold. Superman is an all-powerful being who is only weak to alien radiation and supernatural magic. He is not meant to be relatable. He is not meant to lose. While Goku's story is one of a man trying to be the best warrior he can be, Superman's is the story of a god trying to live amongst men. It's not about if he loses a fight, but whether or not he's doing the right thing. That's why he stands for truth, justice, and freedom. That's why he doesn't wear a mask. That's why he's called the Superman. But hey, we know some of you out there have some questions, so let's knock them out of the park right now. Technically, if Goku could find a way to draw energy across multiverses, his spirit bomb could possibly achieve the kind of limitless power to match Superman. But not only would that take way too long to charge, providing Superman with plenty of time to kill him thousands of times over, the spirit bomb does not hurt anyone pure of heart, like Superman. Gohan, you have to bounce it back! If you don't have any evil in you, you'll be okay.
Oh!
Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan was about on par with Golden Frieza. When asked about Golden Frieza's power level at a panel, Frieza's voice actor said that since Frieza was a nice guy, it's probably 100 quintillion. Which is a pun, because power levels are nothing more than a big joke. Superman has been beaten in battle before, when he was still learning. Saying Superman should lose because he lost to Doomsday is the equivalent of saying Goku should lose because he was one-shot by Raditz. We are looking at these characters at their maximum potential, not from some random point in their timelines. Goku may have divine ki now, but it's still ki, not magic. Ki may be spiritual in nature, but it's still a natural source of living energy even Superman possesses. In fact, Dragon Ball emphasizes a clear difference between ki and magic. And if Goku did destroy the sun or the planet, he can't survive in the vacuum of space. Superman can and could always just fly to another yellow sun, or even a blue one, which boosts his powers even faster. Ultimately, Goku versus Superman comes down to a difference of limits and purpose. What happens when you pit a man with the power to break any limits against a being with no limits in the first place? Well, only one has limits to give at all. But that's exactly what makes him such a memorable character.
So true.
Think about it. If you had a Goku that was as powerful as Superman, would you even want him? The winner is Superman. Fucking Superman.
So next time.
Next time.
Oh, next time. Let's see what this is. Anyway. Knuckles! Please don't be the Sonic Boom Knuckles. Who is he going to fight? That's what I want to know.
Hey everybody, I'm Chad.
Oh, come on!
And thank you guys so much for watching the episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We worked really hard on this one, especially that guy over there, animator. Hey, Torian.
You did a good job, Torian. It looked awesome.
All this man does is animate. Anyway, he works really hard. Hard for you guys. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Wonderful animation by Torian. But next time, Knuckles is next. But who's he going to be facing? You can find out by sticking to our social media at SuperAttack on Twitter and Official SA on Facebook. Yep, so go like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Alright, now to talking about this. I was hoping Goku would win this one, but yeah, I was trying to mentally prepare myself for Superman to win anyway, so I'm not entirely surprised. But hell, they made some good points there about different things. Goku is always about like busting any limits he has. Superman, he's just meant to be limitless. Goku's always about self-improvement. Superman's always just about saving people. And honestly, I do agree with that. I think Goku is the more relatable character in that sense. Uh, but honestly, I think if they actually did meet, they wouldn't, like... Well, actually, Goku would spar with him, but I think that's as far as they would go. But one way I was hoping this would end, if Goku were to win, just hear me out on this. Let's just say, hypothetically, Goku was to win, then they have the next time, and all of a sudden, something shows up on screen saying 1 year later. Goku has gathered the Dragon Balls, and he wishes for Superman to be brought back. Not to fight again, but just to say to him, hey, I know we started off fighting, but I heard a lot about you, and you seem like an awesome dude. And I was talking to Iron Man a little while ago, somehow, and he recommended this bar or something. Like, you wanna go there and get a beer? And Superman's like, sure. I mean, while I was in the afterlife, I heard a lot of stuff about you as well. So they're friends now. They, like, clink their glasses together only to shatter them, just for giggles. But, I don't know, that's how I would have liked to see it ended, but no, they did a good job with this. Like, they're both about different things. Goku about having limits and surpassing them. Superman just about being limitless and, I guess as they put it, be the most overpowered character possible. Maybe some other time. But next time, Knuckles the Echidna. I really want to know who he's fighting, because that should be interesting. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and sure subscribe if you want. And I'll see you later. Bye.